What's going on, everyone? My name is D. Anthony with Evolution Traders. In this video, I want to go over some strategies. I want to go over some setups from today. I know inside of Evolution Traders, a lot of the guys really caught some good moves in the pre-market, and some, in fact, actually didn't even trade New York session, right? And that's the way that it is. One thing that I do want to focus on, and I want to, make sure to let you guys know, especially all of you guys, even if you're new to trading futures, right? Even if you guys are trading a prop firm and you're only in an evaluation stage, right? Meaning you haven't made it to a funded account, you don't have, enough money to fund your own personal account, and you're basically just trading demo. If you're able to catch a trade, okay, early, and it's the pre-market, it does not mean that come market open, you need to sit there and find a half dozen more setups, okay? I'm a big advocate of make money and call it a day, okay? We trade for the freedom of time, okay? You can make a lot of money trading futures, trading options, trading crypto, trading Forex, whatever asset you want to trade. You can make a lot of money. Trading does provide financial freedom. Now, what gets a lot of traders away from that finish line and away from that end goal of obtaining financial freedom when it comes to trading, day trading, scalping specifically, is keeping the emotions intact. Now, I know I sound like a broken record, okay? I've made hundreds of videos talking about emotions, this, that, and the other. And why do I do that? Why do I continue to repeat myself? Because traders are still making the same mistakes, okay? You might even be listening to this video right now and are still consistently making the same mistakes of over trading, over leveraging, not knowing when to quit it, not knowing when to, call a loss and being content with a small win, not knowing when to trade. Okay. Some of you guys just think just because the market is open and you see the price going up and going down, you think that each and every single candlestick is an opportunity to trade, when sometimes, in fact, it's not. There's been, especially over the past few weeks, a ton of opportunity in the pre-market, and come market open, the market starts to stall out. Why is that, right? It's not for you, me, the next person, Tom, Dick, or Harry to try to figure out why is the market moving in New York, in London session and not New York? Why is it moving in the Asian session and not New York? It's not for you to understand. Right now, okay, the market is going through a level of distribution, okay? Some traders call it chop, some traders call it consolidation. The correct term is called distribution. What that means is price right now doesn't really have a reason to start gravitating higher. It doesn't really have enough juice to go lower. However, the longer we stay in distribution on a daily time frame, which we've been in distribution for about 5-6 days now, the bigger the move is coming out. Now, what's going to be the indicator for the market to either move back up to the high side and put in new highs or put in new lows? I don't know. Could it be some numbers? Could it be a headline? Could it be something, right? It could be anything. It could be the Fed. It could be anything. They could say we're slashing interest rates this week out of nowhere. They could say we're raising interest rates. It's going to be something. Again, don't try to, twist your head around and jumble around trying to figure out what it is. You're never going to figure out and try to time the market. All you can really do is be prepared for both sides of the market, especially if you're a trader. Now, if you're a long-term investor and you have a portfolio, of course you want the market to go up. You just have to wait for better days. Again, you should have been making a lot of money the past 4 to 5 months because the market essentially has been going straight up. Now, getting away from where I was making this video, I wanted to show you guys some of the setups that I was looking at this morning. If you notice at 5:30 a.m., again, I'm in California, so correlate that to whatever time zone that you're in. But at 5:30 a.m., either we get numbers that get released, sometimes we get some headlines, some news, something crosses the way at 5:30 a.m. for me. And typically we can get, right, we can get a move from 5:30 to 6:30, which is market open. Now, if you do catch that move between 5:30 and 6:30, sometimes it's a straight move up and it's a straight move down sometimes. If you do catch something there, I would definitely get into the habit of shutting everything down and not even trading the New York Open, because so many times I see traders, they make, a couple $100, they make $100, they make $500, and then come market open, they think that they're just going to continue to double that now that the quote unquote market is open, and they end up giving it all back, right? In trading, as a trader, as a day trader, a scalper, it's all about compounding small days, right? So everyone is already familiar with take the base hit, take the base hit, take the base hit. Well, it doesn't matter if the base hit comes in the overnight session. It doesn't matter if the base hit comes in pre-market. It doesn't matter if the base hit comes off the open, at the end of the day, during lunch hour. Whenever you get your opportunity to get on base and get that base hit, you have to really, cherish that opportunity and cherish that moment, right? And not take it for granted. Just because you were able to identify and make some money on one particular trade at any particular time that you took the trade, it doesn't mean that the market needs to continue to give you more setups. Now, the market can, in fact, and it does a lot of time, give you more setups, but sometimes they don't work. So what happens is you go from a $250 in the positive green day to a negative $300 minus red day. Sometimes you give it all the way back and you blow up a account all the way to zero, right? So again, you don't want to do that, but I want to kind of show you this 5:30 a.m. time. Notice how here in the overnight session, we're kind of just trickling down. We lost that 20 SMA. We're trading below the 200. We kind of just continue to step down, right? Now you get this 5:30 a.m. time. You get the, those headlines, those news, those numbers that start getting released, and you get this massive flush into the open. Now, myself as well as a lot of other people in my room that I trade with in the community, again, because we think out loud in that community, we trade together, we try to provide the best potential information that we have. It's always better working with a group than it is by yourself, because you can kind of bounce your ideas off of someone else. But you can see we start to wash down, right? And we're underneath this 20 SMA. We're underneath this 200 SMA. The momentum is definitely down, right? So again, I came into this trade a little bit late, closer to the 6 o'clock hour here. What I was looking for was a little bit of a standstill, right? A small candle for a potential bounce. And then I wanted to see the confirmation breakdown. So when we get this confirmation breakdown, I went ahead and took that little bitty short there. But again, I played 3 mini contracts. The motto is get in, get green, get out. You're able to catch a few points on that and kind of cash out. Now, the next trade setup, right? The next trade setup that really happened is once you put in this bottom, you always want to see a back test. You want to see these back tests into supply, and the supply zone being this 20 SMA. So you get your little bit of a bounce here. You would like to see it get over the 20 SMA, confirm, and then continue to higher. And this would be the long setup that you want to take. Or you want to see the rejection. You want to see the new low, right? So second leg, big first leg, back test, right? So if you're thinking, well, why wouldn't this be the second leg? Well, because we really didn't backtest any level of supply. This is pretty much just like a pause, right? Imagine running a marathon and you have people on the side of the road handing out water. This is basically like getting a glass of water so we can continue down. But this move here is a push into supply, okay? That supply being the 20 SMA, okay? So the 20 SMA gets back tested, then we put in the new low, right? Which is also a new setup here for a little bit of a short scalp there. Again, you got to be very, very careful, especially off the open. And then once we fail, right? Once we fail to really build below, and you can see this double bottom action working here, boom. This is full send. You get your big leg down, you get your first back test into the 20 SMA, you get your second leg down that fails to have any sort of deep continuation, right? So with that being said, now this low gets marked off, and what you're doing is waiting for price to test supply again. And when it gets rejected and puts in that double bottom, boom, that's your full send go. So you would be looking for this zone here to take this trade. I also want to point something out to you. Notice the 20 SMA setup here. Again, it doesn't provide a hell of a lot of points, but it provides enough. The high price was 18,258, and we go all the way to 287. So from a price of 258 to 287 is a 30-point move. And I want to circle this so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Getting in here into here is a 30-point move. Now, how do you know that you want to take 30 points? How do you know to sell into this versus getting caught on the back test? I want to pull up something on my chart. I want to go to studies. I want to go to add studies, all studies. Again, I'm using Thinkorswim platform here, so just kind of bear with me. I want to go to ATR. ATR is going to stand for average true range. What I'm going to do is look at the average true range at this specific time frame when we're confirming this close over the 20 SMA. The ATR means average true range for the 5-minute time frame that I'm looking at is sitting at 22 points. Okay. So between 22 and 20 points, that's what you would be looking for. So if you take this potential play here and you start getting closer, 15, 18, 20 points, 22 points, you need to take it. Now, remember, we said this is almost a 30-point move here. So you would have taken a 1-to-1 on that ATR of 20 to 22 points. Now, your next setup here does happen short. It does close back under the 20 SMA. But again, until we take out the day's lows, we cannot go short. Okay, we cannot go short. So I don't care if this closes under the 20 SMA, this closes under the 20 SMA, this closes under this, and so forth. We cannot go short until we take out the day's lows. Okay, here's the day's low. We draw a line. Actually, this is how I would do it when I'm actually trading. So once we put in this day low here, I go ahead and I put this price level line here, and you can do this on any platform, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But I put a line here, right? And I want to see support. This to me is going to be intraday support. This support's sitting down here at the lows. So what I'm looking at is if, and I'll blow this up for you guys so you guys can see it a little bit better here. But if price comes down to this low point and back test, but fails to break it for a second time, meaning here's your test, here's your test back into supply, double bottom, break, rejection, starts to push down, and if we can't push below it, back test, get rejected and come lower, then it's telling me price is going higher. Here's an awesome 20 SMA play to the long side that paid. Here's also a 20 SMA play that you could have been in here. You would have been in 15 minutes worth of drawdown, but you would have been able to catch the upside. Again, we already discussed this one here as well. So there was really only about 3-4 setups there on the 5-minute time frame based on the way that I trade. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to join us over at Evolution Traders and try trading with us. That link is down in the description box below. I'll see all of you guys on the next video.